1,000 dreams, 1,000 disappointments, just reflections of reflections. And now, you.
Who are you?
I'm the mirror. I can show you things that can't be found with a fist. Has anyone ever told you about the Lucent?
What is it?
Not what. Who? This world is not what you think it is. Shine a light on it. You may not like what you find. And the brighter the light, the darker the shadow.
The Bogan force is too strong upon us. Our spirit is broken.
The Bogan is strong with you, but not nearly strong enough.
I am Lord Darth Vader, First Knight of the Sith, and right hand to His Eminence Prince Esper Valorum, the Master of the Bogan.
Let's see how you go with a can of beer up your exhaust pipe, mate.
You can get it lumping. You can get it thumping. You can get it any old how. Matter of fact, I got it now. Victoria Bitter.
It's so hard to have a gay time on your own. It could be that great chalk and biscuit coating.
So hard to have a gay time on your own.
It could be that smooth toffee ice cream in the center. Or that whole delicious golden gay time taste.
Hard to have a gay time on your own.
What happened, Gandalf? Why didn't you meet us?
Oh, I'm sorry, Frodo. I was delayed.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back. Merry Christmas. Hope you had a good one. It's a couple of days later. We're in the limbo zone. Pre-New Year's. No one knows what to do with themselves. I was playing Fortnite with Jacob. I'm like, is anyone even streaming? Is YouTube still a thing? You sort of, I don't know, you forget time and space at this time of the year, but that's okay. That is all right. You are here. We just got a Zaid raid. Shout out to Phil and Brandon. I hope Snowpiercer 1. Bullet Train was a weird movie. So out of all the train movies, I don't rank it. I much rank Snowpiercer above that one, but it is what it is. Welcome, welcome, and thank you. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas. I know I certainly did. Check this out. Where is that? Where is it? Up here? Put this up here. Boop, boop. Hey, I can't click on it, but I can zoom in because it's an actual video. This is our Christmas tree. Well, I mean, Mel made it, but we got the cool mirror here in the background. I think she did very well this year. She usually does kind of a theme. This year's theme was like white and oranges. There were literal oranges. See these things here? They're literal oranges. They're like dried oranges. It might be a German thing. That's real, says Cream Legends. That's in our living room right now. These are my little prints here that I made many, many years ago. Your tree is messing with my epilepsy. I apologize. It doesn't normally look like that. It's on a 3-second loop, but looks very nice. At maybe just look off to the side, Casey, while that's up. Phil Anselmo, he's got in here first. He gave us an oi 7. He did not claim first, so Mo Biggs, previous champion. Hail Mo, hope you had a great Christmas. It was Jake Martin who snagged it in front of all of you. So let's just put this up here. Get him up there looking down upon us. We've got TA in the house. Stepped out. The Forward has blessed you. What's up, Valley Law? Great to see you. We do believe Valley is the person responsible for the reinstatement of the X account. We can't be 100% sure, but faxes were sent, letters were sent, and now it's back. And now we're streaming. We're not streaming anymore on stupid Instagram, which never worked. What's up, Citizen Rain and Sumo Thori in the house? Sumo sent me a... How does it go? Kalekamikamale. You know, the Hawaiian one. Yes, I am like that. It's me. Bancroft is clearly thinner. He's got the Zades. I am at my thinnest, I think. I weigh way less than Rob now. The system works. I can't believe you streamed Fortnite and it wasn't on this channel. Look at the amazing things streaming Fortnite did for Skip's channel. I have what's the word I'm looking for? I have just not done that. I can't remember. I can't think of my words right now. Mel was able to cut that down with a baby chainsaw. That's a fake tree. An expensive one, though. What's up, Dale? What's up, Buzz? Great to see Buzz in the house. Hope you had a great Christmas, Buzz. I know I said Merry Christmas to a lot of you in here. The X account was restored just like the heart of Grinch. Bancroft's forehead grew 3 sizes that day. Check out what I got for Christmas. How do I get rid of that? No, I don't need to do that. I just need to go like that. There we go. Have you guys heard of these guys? Bob and Brad. Mel's like, I can't believe you haven't heard of these guys. Apparently they're famous. One of them died. So shout out. Big ups to that guy in heaven. It's interesting that Valley is here for this. It's a massage kit for when I get so tense. A pencil case? No, it's not a pencil case. Let me take one of these. It's the Bob and Brad. So you get a little attachment, get it in there. Check out this bad boy go. We'll get it in front of the camera for some in front of the microphone for some ASMR. Ready? There we go. And then it goes up to the hyper mode. You guys like, I'm into it. Hang on. Oh no, I did it too much. Hang on. Hear this. Can you hear that? I take it they're dudes best known for giving each other rub downs. This is an intense one. This is like, where do you put this? It feels pretty good. I mean, you can't. It's pretty. Oh yeah, it kind of vibrates your whole body. All my eyes are like, shaking. It's actually pretty good. I'm kind of super relaxed at the moment, so I don't really need it right now. But yeah, very thoughtful. This show is taking a turn. It's got a whole bunch of different attachments. Look, it's got a this is like a squishy ball. It's got one with like an air thing in it. I don't know. This one, I don't know where you put this one. What do you do with that? I don't know. I guess actually it's probably so it goes down the spine. That's it. On each side of the spine. But this thing packs such a punch. You don't want to hit the spine with it because it starts going. Let your freak flag fly. It sounds like Mrs. B felt guilty for throwing away Bancroft's trusty 12-inch violator. Yeah, probably the spine. Is this going to turn into a different kind of hobby shed? Yeah, maybe. Let's go back to the tree. Not super squishy. What's up, Angela? Check this out. Did you see? Is Moromi here? I haven't seen him. Check out all Moromi. This is all Moromi's art that he bought in 2025. Does anyone recognize this? I don't know who this is. Someone Japanese, maybe. We've got a Leonardo. We've got is that like Spider-Gwen? That's Pear. That's got to be Vatican City. Oh, that's definitely Vatican City. 2 Vatican Cities. He's got a Nolan Bane. Holy cow. I wonder how much that cost him. Is that Tucci? That's Tucci's. There you go. I didn't know Tucci did that. Makes sense. Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Sumo. Wow, Nolan Bane. That's epic. He's got a Shanten Jetty. That's like a leprechaun. He's got a friggin' Roquefort. I mean, I don't know what that is. Can't get in any closer. It's like some sort of builder man. It's probably just her wearing Spider-Man's costume. You reckon that's she? No, that's Gwen. Oh yeah, all right, that's Gwen. Yeah, because that isn't the Spider-Gwen costume. That's Gwen, but she's in the Spider-Man costume. Yeah, you got that right. Who is that? I mean, it looks like Liefeld almost, but that wouldn't be Liefeld, surely. Anyone know who that is? It's a fitting tribute to John Cena. Phil greeted me in the chat with his ruthless passive aggression. Be nice, Phil. And look at this. A bit of Lucent. Well, he didn't get that in 2025, but he definitely got these. Got 3. He got James and Amita. He got Utnapishtim. And he got Isham holding up nothing because that was all done in colors. It does look like Liefeld, doesn't it? Do you recognize that? Like there's an R there. And that looks like an L. And that looks like an F. But Jasper, you might know. Is that Liefeld art? Anyway. And that's got to be Rainey, surely. I think that's her signature up there. Looks like her art. Looks like something she would do. He says yes. Wow, Moromi. Look at that's very cool to be sitting alongside Shantz, Nolan, Roquefort, and Liefeld, and Bancroft, and Rainey all together. Tucci and Berg. That is quite the haul. Shout out and big ups to Moromi, crushing it out there in the art. He says, yes, that is Liefeld's signature. That's awesome. Wow. I wonder how much that costs. Sure. I wonder what the most expensive item here was. Because it is a Liefeld, yes, but looks like a sketch. I know these went for a couple $100. How much is a Nolan Bane? It's like Bane killing Batman too. I wonder how much that costs. pretty damn impressive. I agree. So a good 2025 haul for Moromi. I wish he was here. He could tell us everything, but he's not, so he can't. I just wanted to share this. What have you been doing over the Christmas break? Well, you know, Jake, myself, and Clark have been playing Fortnite, and we decided, because I play as this one here, and Jake had that avatar. Clark bought that one, so we decided to hit the map as the K-pop Demon Hunters, and we did not win. We did get a win as other people, but not as that. Mo's like, yeah, I see. You speak too soon. Speak too soon, Mo. It's coming. Dale also very happy. Not that surprised. I'm doubting you ran this idea by Mel. She was there. Clark is the easiest kid now to get presents for. You just get him V-Bucks. So he's just like a friggin' kid in a candy store. And yeah. Merry Christmas, Jolly. He said, shoot me the link. I have gripes. We do have gripes. I should probably give you all the update that I sent out, just a little description here. So as I mentioned, you know, I've been drawing those kind of character stuff on the draw streams just so I do something. Because I'm not going to be sharing any more pages. I've shared a lot. Out of a 36-page book, I've probably shared 20 pages or so. So maybe even more. Who knows over the time. So I won't be doing any more color streams for Fractured Mind. But as you can see here, I'm getting pretty close to being finished. I just sort of moved on from some of these because I was like, man, you get close to the end and I don't know, I just feel like I want to do something else. But this page 34 and 35 are kind of tricky. So, and they're only at 60% complete. So I thought I would get stuck on them yesterday. I jumped back in on them. I'll jump back in on them later today and hopefully knock them out. And yeah, so, you know, I'm not working again until the 12th. So we should be looking to get this whole book done by mid-January. Get everything knocked out. Get the book sent to the printers. And then we're upwards and onwards onto new and exciting things. So stop slacking on page 26 and get it done. Yeah. I don't know what happens with me. I get right to the end and then it gets a bit difficult. I'm like, oh, I'm not quite sure. You know what happens? I'm like, I'm not 100% sure if I'm 100% happy. So I like to just put it aside for a couple of days. When I come back, because if you look at it for too long, you start to second guess yourself. So I come back and then straight away I'm like, that's what needs to be done after a few days. So that's why it kind of looks like that. Moromi seems to be a baller. He outbid me on a Cecil auction. He likes what was that? He likes his original art, I can tell you that. And I'm sure that is just a small selection. A few highlights from 2025. Just a few. I have 2 hard copies of the Lucent in my office waiting area. Kids like to look at it. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you very much for doing that. Citizen Ronan says, it's always exciting when you start. Then as you get to the middle, it slows. For me, it's the ending. For me, it's getting over the finish line. It always, and things slow down. But 100%, I'm never more energized at the start. I think a lot of people have that thing going on. All right, we've got 30 people in here. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us here in this weird time of the year. Please do like the stream. We're going to chat about some silly things that I've just seen out there, and I thought they're interesting. And some of them are kind of viral at the moment. I think they're interesting topics. Definitely apt. Definitely germane. And this one is, you've probably seen it. It's gone pretty viral. Everyone is talking about it. 10 million views. Let's just watch it. Let's just watch it and then we can discuss. You guys can leave comments and I'll bring them up. We can discuss. Audio is on. Let's sit back and listen.
You've said things like black women are biologically different than white women, Yes, they have different fertility windows. They have a higher rate of fertility complications. 50%.
There's no
higher
scientific evidence to prove that a black woman and a white woman are genetically different, right? This is like,
what are you talking
This is
about?
according, no,
But literally, there are genes that code for their skin color. There are genes that,
again, this is like government data. This is EMI, right? This is the National Institute of Health. This is the American Medical Association. Like there is no scientific evidence to prove that.
And that's a big
races,
problem, right? Because
no,
a lot of
there's no scientific
and that's why I asked,
like IQ differences. Black people are genetically different from other populations.
And I'll say that again. There is no scientific evidence to prove that, right? And as people
I'm sorry. I'm stating. Do you want to ask an AI if there's scientific evidence to prove that?
No, I want to ask.
This is really
That's hilarious. I gotta pause it there. She wouldn't trust him, but she would trust like Grok if he could bring it up.
It's just factually incorrect. Humans are genetically diverse. It's not a bad thing that humans are genetically diverse.
I'm not saying it's a bad or a good thing. I'm saying there is no scientific evidence.
And I'm saying that is a factual.
And he's saying that there is scientific.
There is scientific evidence. There is overwhelming scientific evidence.
Based on
and this basics. No. This is like saying the sky is not blue. Like, it is genes that code their skin color, right? Those genes are obviously different in them than they are in us. How is that not science? That's just like a basic fact. The genes that code their skin color, their level of melanin production, are different from my genes that code melanin production.
And that's precisely why I was asking this question, because I think for some people that do believe, like you, that people are genetically different, that has historically been used to promote racial hierarchies, right? And that's why I'm asking you, because you do.
I didn't know that. So this guy, let me go back a bit. This guy is an insane shitlib, says Tasteful Thickness. I can they look the part. See, I was sort of wondering, okay, is this normal people arguing with, like, just, she is the quintessential TV type, going down the line of whatever is acceptable, blah, blah, blah. We know that's the thing, like, he doesn't even talking about, there's scientific evidence. This is just on the face of it factually inaccurate what she's saying. People don't really understand genetics. They don't understand how it all works. They don't even know what genes are. In case anyone is a little fuzzy on it, a gene is just a snippet of DNA. That's all it is. You got your stranded DNA, and this gene is there, and it's actually the genes that perpetuate I can't even speak at the moment, perpetuate throughout the generations. That's what happens. That's what he's talking. I mean, there's genes for everything, so it's pretty crazy. Move over, poker back as a new favorite topic. I am science. Trust the science. Anyway, everyone is talking about this clip because everyone is just completely befuddled by it. I don't know where everyone's been. I feel like I've been having this argument randomly on Twitter now for 15 years. People have been saying there's no scientific basis for racial differences or something like that. And you say, like, yeah, but two white people give birth to a white person, an Asian gives birth to an Asian, a black but they say, that's not race though. It like, I've been having this conversation, this argument for 15 years, and now all of a sudden I know something goes viral and now everyone sees it. It's pretty hilarious, but it's more funny to me that he's on the left, because now the left is butting up against the left, and that's the whole crux of it, is they're not listening. People have been saying it's pretty interesting, like, she's not having a conversation, she's not taking in any information, she's not accepting any evidence. There is the narrative, that's what it is. And then the rest is just like someone called it like spell casting. They just say words. It's like, you got to win in the spell casting game. What's up, Dean? Typical commie subversion. That's the thing. Like, it's a perfect example of that. And it makes it even better that it's left on left violence. This one I don't think is left on left, but it's another conversation that I think we've all had. I promise this isn't all just going to be about race. I do want to show some free speech stuff that pertains to Australia, but this is sort of just what people are talking about at the moment. If you repeat a lie long enough, it becomes the truth. Yes, witches, exactly. What show is this? This one or mine? All right, let me play this. This is another great. These are great little snippets of what it's like talking to these people.
To diversity.
I don't want to be like replaced at a job because I'm white.
You are not being replaced.
I literally just said I've not gotten jobs.
So have
because of
I, but
diversity
I don't
quotas.
feel like I'm being replaced.
That's what that is. You could have got that job if you were black. So how is that not being replaced? That's what affirmative action is. What do you think it is?
No, that was casting. That's what that was. It was casting. But why is it hard for you not to just go, I did not get that one, let me go for this one?
Yeah, I will do that. But you think like black people would be chill with that if it's like, oh, sorry, you're black.
I think they have been chill with that.
I don't think so. We had a whole civil rights movement, so I don't think that was very chill.
You got a problem with the civil rights movement?
Because they were being discriminated against, so they
You think
started
they should still be slaves?
What?
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying they weren't chill.
We're gonna go back to that.
With the civil rights movement?
Because they were being discriminated against, so they
You
started
think they should still be slaves?
What?
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying they weren't.
Oh, Citizen. That is so perfect. Oh, it's all so tiresome. There was a civil rights movement. Oh, you think they should still be slaves?
Chill with being
You
discriminated
think that we
against.
should
I'm not
still
chill
have
with
them
it
at the
either.
back of the bus?
No.
Like
What?
these things
That's not what
happen
I'm
so that
saying.
we could have equality. Why is equality difficult?
How is it
for you?
equality for me to not get a job because I'm white?
Why is it a problem to just work harder?
I mean, how would you feel if white people said that to black people pre-civil rights?
I feel like you probably say that to black people post-civil rights.
Jesus Christ. Dean says he watched this the day before. Oh man, this is it. It's like this is what it's like talking to them. This is why there's no connecting anymore. This lady's face. I don't know what's going on with that face. You think people should be slaves? Bancroft's hangdog expression when he said that. That's not what I'm saying. I have not been so let down since A Christmas Story. I didn't try it again this year. We tried the Disney. It was actually quite good. It's just beyond stupid. There's something fundamentally wrong with their brains. Yeah, I think that's what they're hearing. Someone is arguing against affirmative action, and that's all they hear. They hear, oh, so you think we should go back and they should be slaves. Are the girls on the right? I think they're just like, who said it earlier? I think it was Citizen or someone said, it was Oz. Young people are based and sick of the boomer myth. Yeah, there's been a lot of discussion. It's actually been really interesting. Carl Benjamin has gone into a bunch of shows to talk to not really boomers, but pretty close to boomers. Like at least older Gen Xers about why Nick Fuentes is so popular at the moment. And they're just like deer in the headlights as to what's going on out there. But I think, yeah, I know I'm 45 now, so I'm like either old millennial or young Gen X, and I've never seen this much pushback to this stuff than ever before. Valley says, I could always tell who came through the system on a narrative and not on merit. Law school let them in. The bar exam showed them the exit. The younger debt slaves. There's so many videos out of the moment I could have shown of young people talking about that. Yeah. Hashtag lower the bar. Sargon is still very lost. He's praising Vivek and all sorts of slop. I mean, I don't know. I don't watch him anywhere as near as much as I used to, probably because I felt like he was clinging on to some of that old libertarianism for way too long, but he seems pretty good now at the moment. Angela says, if you watch It's a Wonderful Life on Prime, watch the over 2-hour one. The other one leaves out the entire scene where he is with the angel. It's a Wonderful Life. You know what? I don't know if I've ever seen that. I don't know if I've ever seen that one. Probably should, though. I couldn't convince Bancroft to watch it. I haven't seen it. Yeah, no, I think you're right. I have not seen it. Yeah. All right. So this is what's going on in the States. I want to show you what's happening in Australia. As you know, we had a bit of an incident recently. Where is it? Chrome tab. So the incident happened up in Sydney. Vivek's crash out going on 2 years. Yeah, he was like the new darling. It was going to be him, JD Vance, I know someone else, and he just disappeared. What? An American classic. It's a great movie. I think I might like that one more than I will like the Christmas. What is it? What is that movie with the leg lamp? I can't even remember the name of it. Anyway, so yeah, I've been telling you guys this for ages. Remember back during the lockdowns and everything, and you were like, you guys gave up your guns. That's why you have no freedom or something like that. No, not that incident. Not Liam hating America. No, the other one, the one that happened at Bondi. So this is the premier. He's like the, what do you guys have? Governor. He's essentially the governor.
And I don't apologize for the fact that we don't have the same free speech laws that they have in the United States. It's clear that we don't. We don't have the same set of regulations. It's not embedded in our Constitution the same way it is in the US. But I would argue that in 2025, within our community, with people from different races and religions from all over the world, we need a set of rules that's good for us, that works for our community. And I think these are consistent with those changes.
That's more milk toast.
Having spoken to the police this morning, they're investigating, as they would in all circumstances, the speeches that were made. Yes, you've got a right to free speech, yes, but other people have got a right.
He just said we didn't.
Right to be free from racism and vilification in our modern society. And
modern society. Christmas Story, worth a watch, but overplayed. I don't know. You might have just had to be there. You know, you might just had to been there at the time and be American. That some things just, even though I feel like we're the same culture, in other ways we're not. White multiculturalism is white erasure. The US and only place that has a First Amendment and a second. Exactly. You know, they get more and more egregious. What's crazy about these are all different clips. He's like out there banging this drum.
Australia doesn't have the free speech laws that are in place in America, and for one very important reason, because we have developed a multicultural community where it doesn't matter what your faith or your religion is, you must live side by side with your neighbour in peace. Because Australia doesn't have and hatred. There's been some that have been agitating in the parliament to nullify the laws, to remove them off the statute books. Think about what kind of toxic message that would send to the New South Wales community. And I think the advocates for those changes need to explain, what do they want people to have the right to say? What kind of racist abuse do they want to see or be able to lawfully see on the streets of Sydney? I recognise, and I've fully said from the beginning, that we don't have the same freedom of speech laws that they have in the United States. And the reason for that is that we want to hold together our multicultural community and have people live in peace, free from the kind of vilification and hatred that we do see around the world. There's been
unbelievable. What do you want to say? What do you want to? Why do you need your free speech for? What do you want to say? Tasteful thickness. I have crazy clips of the PM saying anti-white shut. Yeah, there's clips of him at like pro-Hamas, pro-Palestinian protests from years and years ago. Bancroft, I just can't relate to laying in front of the radio listening to Little Orphan Annie like all you Yanks do, so I can't enjoy the movie. It's weirdly made. It's unusual. Yeah. Dean says, can't stand this idiot. So that's sort of what we have to contend with here in Australia. As it just, what is it? What do they call it? Managed decline. And then just like country after country. The reality is he doesn't care about any of this. He cares about his power and his station. I mean, it's so paralyzing now in Australia, especially. No, not even the Conservatives. There's literally a handful of politicians who will call this stuff out in the country, in the entire country. Jake says it's racist abuse to correctly identify Islamic terrorism. Yeah, they're not even focused on that at all now. You know, after what happened in Bondi, it's literally just we got to get guns and we have to stamp out anti-Semitism, whatever, you know, vague thing that is. Our PM doesn't even have the Aussie flag behind him when he speaks to the public. It's the Aboriginal flag and the Torres Strait Islander flag and some other flag. That is true. That is true. There's a couple of others I wanted to play. This one is a bit boring. I'll play that one. Oh, here goes. This kind of like, this nicely wraps it up before I move on. I'll chat about some movie stuff. Where is it? Where is it? You know what's frustrating with these bloody politicians is they're crap when they're in office. And then as soon as they get out of office, they become awesome. Like we had Tony Abbott, who was like a great opposition leader. He was always like an attack dog, really pressing them. And as soon as he became prime minister, he didn't really do much. At least that's my recollection, sorry. But then he's like super based now. There's other politicians as well that are like that. They're in power or they're like at the top and they don't say anything. And then they get out and all of a sudden they're like the most based guys ever. And you're like, where were you when you could have done anything about it? This is Liz Truss. I didn't even remember her being prime minister in the UK. I didn't even remember. That's how ineffectual she was. But she's talking about all this stuff that we just watched. You know.
You just can't win. And this is what Donald Trump understands. Perhaps uniquely in the Western world. I think there are others who have taken on the deep state. You might point to Viktor Orban, you might point to Bukele or Milei, but really Donald Trump to me is the playbook of how you need to behave, because a lot of people in politics think because it was the case, in the 70s, 80s, that you could reason with the opposition, you could find a compromise, you could be bipartisan, you could persuade people, you could sell it in the media, you could roll the pitch, that strategy can be adopted now. And I think they're wrong because the opposition have changed. We're not dealing with a load of social democrats who just want to raise taxes a bit and spend more on public spending. We're dealing with people who want to destroy Western civilization. This is what their aims are. You just can't win.
That's I should have probably played after this. I had one with like that Ursula von Leyen woman describing free speech as a virus, and it's like you're better to take a vaccination, which is like censorship, than let it spread or some shit like that. So it's like we lost Trump. How did you lose Trump? I've seen he's like been saying some weird things, but I haven't really been paying too much attention to what's been going on over there with Trump. What's up, Rainey? You think Trump is the swamp now? He sucks now? Oh my God, I guess I better pay attention. Trump is mega, not MAGA. All right, he's like too pro-Israel. Ursula is always the name of a fun lady. I pay attention to what's going on in all countries. At some point, I think the US is going to be the only freedom beachhead in the world. Yeah, well, the whole like EU, UK, Canada, Australia. I mean, that's like the rest of the West. Maybe there are some places in Southeast Asia that are West-esque, but really the West is that, and they're all falling one after the other, like managed decline. So Thomas Massey would be a great president. I don't know who that is. EU tyrants. He sold himself as an outsider. He's now one of them. I guess I got it. Canada. Did I forget Canada? I forgot Canada. Well, Canada just needs to be annexed. And all right, I'll check out Thomas Massey. I don't know who that is. But yeah, I just thought like there's a lot of this discussion going on at the moment on X. Thank God for X. That it even exists at the moment, because otherwise, man, no one would even know any of this is going down. Where is that? There's that woman. Yeah, she basically says that censorship is the vaccine to. She calls it like disinformation, bad information, malignant information. She calls it. Just make a dog president. Problem solved. You can tell Trump has fully embraced by the swamp. Look at his glowing coverage. I don't know about that. All right, let's talk about some fun stuff. So this is a really cool thread by this X account here, Synesthetic. And the question is, what movie did Hollywood learn the exact wrong lesson from? Which is like, normally I don't really get into the kind of engagement bait stuff. But this is actually a really good question. And some of the answers were really good and so telling about where movies are at the moment, why they are the way they are. And they give a couple of like, they retweet some of their stuff, but even like the replies and stuff are pretty good. She says that Aladdin was one of the first big animation movies that had a star in it. And studios learned that, you got to have stars, famous people voicing the animations, not realizing, no, Robin Williams was a very unique talent and voice actor. And yeah, you can't just replicate that with random people and, make it cool. And now it's like, well, we went to watch Zootopia too, which is actually brilliant, by the way. If anyone wants to go see a good movie that actually is really good, I was with Dean. I was like, I don't think I'm ever going to go to the movies anymore. But everyone kept saying Zootopia 2 was really good. So that, all right, well, kids love Zootopia. We went there. It was actually a really good movie. But it's just like, I don't know, there's 100 celebrities are the voice actors in this thing. And it's kind of like a game of guessing who's who. Oh, that was Macaulay Culkin. Oh, that was whatever. But I was just thinking like, man, that's just a lot of money they waste on all that. And I guess, that's the lesson they learned from Aladdin. In the Avengers, years of solo films did the character work. Hollywood have now learned to skip that context, learn the wrong lesson, treating crossovers as shortcuts, rushing shared universes before audiences even had anything to invest in. That's what happened to the original DCU, I think. Or even just like teen movies. What was that god-awful one with Angelina Jolie in it? That was atrocious. I watched the whole thing because I just couldn't believe how bad it was. They were trying to recreate an Avengers type, or maybe like a Guardians of the Galaxy type thing. And it just wasn't working. Another thing, movies look terrible now because Spielberg did the washed out cinematography, then everyone followed. That's what's going on with the new Odyssey. Did you see someone did an AI version of that Odyssey trailer with the historically accurate armor and stuff? It actually would look pretty cool. It would look different at the very least. I don't know if I'm that interested in it though. I can't trust Bancroft's Zootopia review until he reveals whether he took his drawing tablet to the theater. What is that joke? What are you trying to say there, Mo? I'm trying to figure that out. I haven't been to the movies in over a decade. I hadn't either. No, I don't lie. Over a decade. I had been for something terrible. Oh, it was Kung Fu Panda 4. Again, just because the kids are so crazy over Kung Fu Panda. So am I. I love Kung Fu Panda. Is there a lesbian beaver in Zootopia? There's a beaver who may be voice acted by a lesbian, but I mean, it's a beaver. It doesn't really get into anything. It's just a character. I don't know if it has a girlfriend or anything. It may do. Maybe I missed it. The Eternals. Thank you, Sumo. That was it. Zootopia 1 was good. I watched it when raising my son. Yeah, Zootopia 1 was good. More money, more CGI slot, bigger everything all the time, just wildly expensive crap. Yeah, the bronze armor with the little puffy pom-poms on it. It would at least be something different we haven't seen before. And now I'm just like, I don't feel like this is anything to see again. I didn't see Ballerina. I don't think that's kind of like a girls' movie. So, and then Victoria's a bit old for that now. The beaver was actually a funny character. Are you going to go see the new Avatar? No, I did see the second Avatar movie, which I thought was fine. I'm not an Avatar hater. I know everyone loves to hate on Avatar. I don't hate it. But it is what it is. I don't know. I'll wait to see what anyone thinks about this new one. Avatar 2 is gay. Yeah, the thing is, I don't remember it. I remember visually there was like a water place, but I don't remember anything that happened. That's, I think, the issue with Avatar. I think you enjoy it for the most part. At least I do while I'm watching it. But then at the end, I've forgotten everything by the time I leave. It doesn't leave any impression on me. Okay, so Die Hard taught us because John McClane is vulnerable. He doubts himself. He bleeds. He breaks down. Even, who was it? Pear pointed out that he doesn't even want to kill the first guy. A lot of the shit he gets into in this movie is because he doesn't straight away kill the first bad guy, and then it has a flow-on effect. So it's like it was the anti-80s action movie, if you remember where action movies were headed at that time. Commando, stuff like that, like just ridiculous, still fun, but kind of ridiculous movies. Oh, I was thinking of something else. Okay. Oh, that's the main. Okay, that's the John Wick one. I was thinking of something else, Mo. she's a bit young for that. Rena doesn't even remember the first one. Oh, I liked the first one. Yeah. No, I was thinking of a different animated movie. I'll watch that. I like John Wick stuff. I wouldn't go to the movies to see it though. Probably not. A lot of people really don't like Avatar. I mean, some people must like it. It's like a massive, it brings in hundreds of millions of dollars. Watched Die Hard last night. Yeah, we did it on Christmas, maybe last Christmas or 2 Christmases ago. I think it's good every now and then to do it on Christmas. It's fun. Feeds into the meme. But yeah, so studios fixated on Bruce Willis kicking ass and ignored the humanity, turning later action heroes into invincible machines. I think that was already happening. I don't know about this one, but I think Die Hard had a massive impact on action movies. That's for sure. I don't know if this one is right. Like it's a wrong lesson to learn. Now this one, I put out an opinion and people didn't agree with me. So maybe let's see if you guys agree with me. So Charlize Theron nearly lost her role in Devil's Advocate for being too pretty. The director said, if you were his wife, why would he cheat on you? And she was like, what does that even mean? That's not my contention, but I still contend that she was wrongly cast in this movie. I'm not saying beautiful women don't get cheated on, but she already looks like she's from, New York. Like she would just slot right in to kind of elite New York social circles. She just looks that part. And he's kind of the small town lawyer going to New York, and he's being tempted by all these beautiful women. Yeah. Whereas he's already got a woman of that caliber. So I think that's more what he was saying. It's not that he wouldn't cheat, but it just is like, and it was kind of weird that she felt so out of place there when she kind of just should have slot right in. Movies are visual narratives. It's that like you're supposed to show this stuff visually. I think if she'd been a pretty kind of average looking woman, it would have made more sense. That's all I'm saying. The most interesting thing about Avatar, says Jake, is the wave of Pandora syndrome it inspired. It's very political. It's kind of on the nose. I will give you that. 80s action was going for violent with high body counts, no reloads. RoboCop. Did you see John Carter's going to do the score? Carpenter, not John Carter. Wow. Carpenter is going to do the score for the new Bong Joon-ho movie. I don't even know who that is. I don't know his old movies. Bancroft lost. Yes, that's exactly what it was. I was too pretty. And Twitter was like, this guy doesn't need an account. Pretty is Dan's curse too. Everybody in every movie should be hot. It's like, no, you know what it is? It's like Harry Potter, where they weren't to know because they cast her when she was a little girl, so they couldn't have really known that she would grow up to be beautiful. But Emma Watson as Hermione is supposed to be very kind of plain looking, so that when she comes down the stairs and she's all dressed up, everyone's shocked. But no one was shocked. It's like, yeah, it's Emma Watson. Mo says, good-looking people can get cheated on, especially if they know how good-looking they are and act accordingly. Dan says, I give them hot women the suicide hotline. They will want to end it after finding out I'm married. Now they try and convince us that ugly people are hot. It's gone full circle. Yeah. So I do agree that she was miscast, but it's not because, like, why would he cheat on you? It's just like, I think she should have been more average looking, and she's not. Anyway. There were some other cool ones. I want to go to the actual, where's the actual thing here? What are other people saying? Because there was some clever things in here. Fight Club. They saw Abs and Anarchy, missed the satire, ignored the critique, sold the delusion. Deadpool was a great movie because of the smart writing, but some filmmakers considered R-rated jokes a hit formula. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, the comedy, like the action comedy, is so formulaic at the moment. And yeah, maybe Deadpool has something to answer for that. Angela Curry hasn't seen Fight Club. Was I arguing with Angela about It's a Wonderful Life? All right, how about, Angela, I will watch It's a Wonderful Life if you watch Fight Club. If it was Angela. I think it was. Yeah, it was Angela. Have I heard her speak? Yes. Oh, yes. I'm talking purely the character and not the woman. She's the one who said she can't find a man because she's too amazing and no one can handle her, or something like that. Oh, man. Fight Club. I mean, I was probably either a young man, maybe in my very early 20s. When did it come out? Was it late 90s or early 2000s? Either way, I was right at that age. Fight Club was just in my soul. That's the accent, Dan. I said can't find a man. I mean, well, that counts. The Matrix. The Matrix has to be one of the most influential movies of the influential on the movies of the 21st century, hands down. Some filmmakers believe they could rotely copy the style and tone, desaturated monochrome palette, dull surprise speechifying would automatically make their movies good by default. Yeah, that's true. And Nolan with The Dark Knight. They ignored the great writing and characters. They kept the darkness and all the darkness without the depth. That's been the 21st century. Darkness, brooding, monochrome palettes. Yep. Yeah, it's funny. Like a couple of movies really did influence the way things have turned out. I mean, it's not just that, obviously. The Bourne Identity introduced like that close shaky cam. You know, that really changed even James Bond too. Dark Knight Rises was shit. Which one was that? Was that Bane? Jasper doesn't like the Matrix. You don't like the Matrix. Wow. Man, I don't know what to think about that. I watch the Matrix regularly, and mostly for the writing. I just think it's, you know, and it was amazing in its time, obviously. The whole, like, everything they did was pretty revolutionary, but the writing is so tight, and the story, the way it comes together. Let's put it this way. Angela saw It's a Wonderful Life during its original failed theatrical run. When did it come out? I don't know if I believe you, Mo. I think it's old. It's a Wonderful Life came out in 1946. Yeah, I can't accept that as true. I can agree with Bancroft as long as he only means yes, the first movie. Yes, 100%, not the later ones. Oh, the later ones have interesting things that happen in them. Yeah, I don't hate it, but yeah, compared to the others, it's yeah. We were speaking. I wanted to show you this because this is Zootopia. Check this out. Look at this. All these movies. This is the top lifetime grossers. This is very surprising. Zootopia 2 is already on it. It's in theaters now. I had no idea it was like that massive. But is this just because there's nothing else out? I mean, Avatar 3 is out, but still, I really was not expecting that. You know, there's some big heavy hitters here. The Star Wars, Harry Potter, Frozen, the big Disney things, Spider-Man, Titanic. I mean, obviously it's not at the top, but shit. Like it's still in theaters. It hasn't got this. What's this number? Domestic lifetime gross. Look at that. It's way under for that. So I guess it's all happening overseas. Kill Bill films better than Matrix. No. And I love Kill Bill. But no. Kill Bill is another movie I will watch forever. Kill Bill, Matrix, and Lord of the Rings. I'll watch them forever. As long as with others. Never did see the last Matrix movie. Yeah, you're not really missing anything. I mean, I guess it's cool to sort of see closure. It's one of those movies where the lore videos and stuff are actually more enjoyable than the movie, which is not a good thing. Yeah, Zootopia 2 is huge in Queensland, is it? I mean, it's good, but it's not Niza 2. What is that? $2 million. That must be Korean. Look at that, 1.1% domestic. So not many Americans took up Niza 2, sandwiched right between Titanic and The Force Awakens. Is that Avatar 2, Way of Water? Is that what that is? Is the top 3 movies contain 2 avatars? That is crazy. That's not like Avatar the Waterbender, is it? I will always watch Conan. I'd rather watch Shaw Bros Kung Fu movies over Kill Bill. Yeah, I'm not really into the Kung Fu movies that much, but I do like Kill Bill. It's a Chinese animated movie. Yeah. War Goddess. I haven't heard of that. I mean, it must be good, I'd imagine. Chinese God movie. Maybe I'll check it out after It's a Perfect Life. Did Angela say she's going to watch Fight Club? I didn't know. Did chicks like Fight Club? Like, it really was not made for them, was it? Where was it? Where was my Fight Club? Oh, it was in here. Like, it was very much a dude film. The chicks went to go see it just because of Brad Pitt. but it's a guy film. Yeah, but Rini, you spend your days drawing comic books. I mean, you are a woman. You are a lady. I'll give you that. But what percentage of normal women spend their days drawing fantasy comic books, you know? So you might be an outlier, is all I'm saying. This is way too much talking about Michael. I haven't watched it in a long time. I think it's for young men. Breakup loves Bob and his bitch tits. He's dead now. Big ups to what's his name? Meatloaf. Shout out to Meatloaf. Oh, I just wanted to say, look at this guy. Prakesh Dandlani. He's saying the exact same thing that I was saying a month ago about AI. He says, soon robots will make everything and humans won't be able to buy anything. Factories will love it. Costs will crash. Production will explode. But there's a problem. When humans lose jobs, who buys the products? No income equals no demand. No demand, no economy. This isn't the future. It's a warning. That's what I was saying. But I didn't write it like that so eloquently, wittily, succinctly. And I didn't have a video. I didn't have access to this. It's making LED lights or something. I don't know what it's doing. Anyway. Wait till they stick a pen in its hand and put a tablet next to it. This probably doesn't need to do that. No job, no tax revenue. Exactly. This is what everyone is. I think it's a complete psyop, if that's the word. I think it's a complete beat up. I think it's peak oil. I think it's Y2K. I just do not see governments allowing a complete AI and robot takeover of their tax base. I just don't see it happening. Bancroft just turned on Paul Rini like he trained his old doctor. Georgie was a beautiful dog. She just had prejudice. She was a prejudiced dog. We are the carbon they want to eliminate. Oh my God. Damn. Aussie's like super based. The world without work, post-human future. No, I know. Why is anyone thinking this is a good thing? 7 is better than Matrix. I don't think I still have not watched 7 from beginning to end unbroken. I'm not into that level of gore. Like, I will never, ever in my entire life ever watch Human Centipede, ever. It's not going to happen. So I've watched 7 in bits here and there. So I know the whole story, but I'm not looking at that stuff. No. I don't need to see it. I don't need it in my brain. Like, I know it's bad what he did, but I can just imagine it. There's gross stuff in there. Like, even The Bone Collector is kind of on the cusp for me. And that was a mainstream normie crime movie. The Minority Report is not better than The Matrix. Again, you keep putting up all these really good movies. But nah, they're not better than The Matrix. Oh, forget. There'd be no way in hell. Do you know Saw was made by friggin' Melburnians? What is wrong with us? It's all the same to me. I don't want to see it. I don't want to know it. I don't want anything to do with it. I don't want to see it. I know what happens to all the people. I've seen maybe, how many sins are there? 7, obviously. I'm an idiot. I've seen maybe 4. And by the 4th one, I was like, I don't need to see anymore. I'll just wait till they get back to the story. I don't need it. Yeah, Minority Report was good, but it's the perfect hero movie for a computer nerd. Exactly. And there's one last thing. You might like this, Mo. I just wanted to show. I thought this was funny. If you ever feel like you're underqualified for your job, just remember that in 1978, the guy playing rotoscoped Aragorn tripped over his own sword, and the filmmakers just said, fuck it, and left it in there. I've seen clips of this from really like late on. I watched this and I thought it didn't get past like halfway through the Two Towers. Did they? They didn't make the whole thing. Or did they make bits and pieces of it? That's what I was like, well, we're not going to refilm it. And we're rotoscopers. So if we don't have any footage to go off, what are we going to animate? So they just put it in there. I think Aragorn is supposed to be a little bit more graceful than that. Happens in the book too. Saw this in the theater. My parents thought it was the worst movie ever made. I do not remember enjoying it. It's the mismatch of everything, and where does it end though? Because I've seen clips out there of things I don't remember seeing, but they could have just just replayed the previous running, but I guess that was too much, not on the cards. I thought that was funny. Just thought I'd come back and chat about some things I've been seeing on the internet that I thought were interesting. Maybe you thought they were interesting too. I don't know. I do have to get back these. Where are they? Where'd I put it? Not that. Not get back to that. These pages ain't going to complete themselves. I'm so close. I'm going to do 34 and 35 today. I'm going to commit to it. Get them done. Anyone else streaming? Let me have a look. Anyone else live? I feel like I haven't done this in so long. I don't know what happens anymore. Redirect. Let's have a look. He's going back to... I'm not going back to Fortnite. I got work to do. Just Mad Ruth, I'm seeing. I sent you to John's Long Box last time, so we'll go back to Mad's Ruth. They got a New Year's Nights. I look back at 2025, the year that was, and the gutter does start at 11:30. Yeah, Rini hasn't streamed in a while. Hey, draw stream. We'll see. All right, everybody, that's going to be it from me. I will see you. I don't know when I'll see you again, because next week is kind of New Year's, and we do plan to do some things. So I don't know. We'll just be when I'll see you when I see you. Might do a draw stream on the Friday the 2nd. But until then, I hope you have a wonderful New Year's. And see you all in 2026. Going to be a banger year. Until then, have a great one. Bye.
Perth made an Australian video, and I wasn't even in it.
Emotional damage.